welcome to a new episode. In this episode, we're going to create something fun. At least, if it works out. I'm going to build a swing. But not a typical design. Let's first get the beams out of the car. It's an idea that I've had for quite some time now, but idea is one thing and making it into something real life is something else. And I don't know if I'm pushing it too far, but let's give it a go. So the idea is pretty simple. 2 sticks in the ground, 2 beams. And 1 in the top. A simplistic design, but that of course does cause tensions in all the things instead of putting triangles and whatnot. But hey, let's just try it out and see what happens. So I want the poles to be as deep in the ground as possible. The deeper, the sturdier, I guess. With this thing I can get to a depth of about 95 centimeters, give or take. And I want the bottom of the horizontal beam to be at a height of about 2 meters. So 2 meters plus 95 centimeters, 295 is the measurement I need to go with. Time for day 2. So we've changed the setting from in front of our house to underneath our circus tent. Yesterday we sawed everything, we gave everything a protective layer, and now we're going to assemble it. Okay, we're ready to get this thing vertical. I've drilled some holes in the ground. I fixed a temporary beam over here that's about the height that the swing should be above ground. So this needs to be underground and from this point up above ground. I've put some diagonals in and I've got my helper over here. Let's do this! The swing's vertical, everything is level. Now all we have to do is pour some concrete. The concrete has been poured, so we're done for today. I've done the concrete a little bit above ground level. I was kind of doubting what to do because if you do it lower, it's nicer to see, of course, better aesthetics. But then you always have a layer of ground touching the wood, and that ground can be wet and like a sponge, and wet and air in it, and once that's there, the wood will be rotting quicker. So in the end I made it a little bit higher, just slightly higher, so it will be kind of visible, or maybe I'll make like a little bump of ground at that area so that it stays drier quicker. and then hopefully the wood will be protected a bit more against the combination of water and air, and it will stay strong and not rot for a longer time. So we're gonna let the concrete cure for a couple of days, and then we're back in 3, 2, 1. We've received some packages today. Swing equipment. It's about a week ago that we poured the concrete, so that's cured. So let's get these installed. And it's right about time to get those installed, because tomorrow is the last day of school and then the summer holidays begin. So we really need to have some kind of things to do for the kids, you know? So let's get going. First things first, let's remove the bracing. Looks sturdy enough to me. Hey, Moppie.
Het is schoonmaken? Nee, een grotere ketting.
Oh.
Want ook iets voor jullie en iets voor ons.
Oh, nou dat weet ik niet. Now I've got one challenge left, and that's drilling the holes for these anchors. These have to go all through the wood. Now, of course, I can drill it from top to bottom. I have the gravity working for me so that I don't get any sawdust into my eyes and stuff. And it's just less heavy to drill downwards. But I know myself, and I'll probably not be that straight that I'm going downwards with the drill. I'll probably be a little bit in an angle here and there. And if I drill from down... Hey, meis.
Ik wil schommels zien.
Kniffie?
Wat is dat?
Dat zijn de schommels. So if I drill from downwards upwards, I'll also not be completely straight. But then you don't see it because the starting point is in the dead center, and that's the point that will be visible. And the top, who's gonna look at the top? I mean, you have to be like 250 to see the top. So I'm gonna drill it from downward, from down upwards. And therefore, to save my eyes, I got some nice goggles.
Mara Linda.
Wow!
I'm very happy with the result of the swing, and most of all, the kids are happy as well. What more can you say? Well, we can talk a bit about cost. So the wood cost us 84 euros. The cement, sand and gravel, well, it's not that much. Let's say 5 euros. Then we have the hardware for the wood. That was just M12 threads with some nuts and washers. It was about 15 euros. Then we have the swings. Those were in total about 90 euros. And then we have the hardware for the swings. That was about 80 euros. So that brings the total amount to 274 euros and about 10 hours of work. Well, that was it for this video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Ciao! Woohoo! This is nice.